Kev Baker has passed away. And Kev was an absolute legend of the alternative media, of the truther scene, whatever that means. He was a real, genuine truth seeker. And someone with a platform like that would usually be trying to convince you, trying to convert you to their way of thinking. But Kev used to say, "We provide, you decide." He was so humble. He never wanted to impose his views on anyone else. He was just genuinely interested in exploring ideas and seeking knowledge and information. And I phoned him up a couple of times when he was taking live calls on his radio show, and we had a good chat, and he invited me on. He invited me to be a guest on his show that went out on Truth Frequency Radio, and I think we talked about the origins of human beings. Not that I'm an expert on that topic or an expert on anything, but Kev was so genuine and listened so intently when I was speaking about that topic, and he had that rare gift of being able to just be himself when he's presenting, when he's interviewing someone. And most people really struggle when they're on camera, when they're on live streaming, to just be themselves. It's so hard to not want to do it for the attention, to not be thinking, oh, how many people are listening and what are they thinking? Kev was just natural. He was himself. What you saw was what you got. And that's why he was so loved by the thousands and thousands of listeners and viewers that he accumulated over the years, because he was just not afraid to be himself, and his pure personality just shone through. And it's really shocked me, the fact that he's passed away at the young age of 45, and it's just made me realise not to take anybody for granted. And I would message Kev back and forth now and then, and I'd phone him up when he's live. And this guy goes out to an audience of, tens of thousands, 100,000 plus on his various platforms. And he'd be like, "Hey, Julian, brother, I liked your video with George Galloway." Like, he would be up to date with what I'm putting out there, with my content. Little old me, lessons for life. But he took the time to be up to date and take a genuine interest in the people that took an interest in him. And we were messaging back and forth a while back now, and he was going to invite me to come back on the show, and I just never got back round to it. We had a few ideas back and forth, and I never got round to going back on the show, because I just thought, I'll do it whenever. We'll get there eventually. We go through life thinking, if I just get the next little bit out of the way, the next couple of weeks out of the way, the next couple of months out of the way, then I'll be free, then I'll do it, then I'll get in touch with Kev Baker and go back on his show. And it breaks my heart that he's gone. It's really, for someone that I've never met face to face, I really feel like I've lost a friend, because that's how he made you feel. Kev was one of those guys that when he spoke to you, you felt like you're the only person in the room. And he was so open-minded, such a spiritual guy, not religious. I think he came from a religious background and drifted and went on that agnostic journey that we all have to go on. And he really found such a strong faith and a strong sense of spirituality that some people can't get out of a religious book, that some of the strongest religious believers don't have. And when someone has such a strong faith like that, and I know a lot of his viewers would be of the same mindset, you feel like you will see that person again. You feel like you will be reunited with them because their spirit was so strong, is so strong, left such an impact. You feel like you will be reunited with that soul one day when we all cross that veil into the unknown, because it is unknown. You can be whatever religion you want and believe whatever dogma you like, but it is the unknown. We go into the unknown, towards the unknowable. And with someone like Kev, I really hope that I'll reconnect with him. I'm sorry, Kev. I'm sorry I never came back on your show. We never got round to it. But maybe we will.